were exploring the new castle in the playground when... "Oh, that scared me," said Candy. "Sorry," said Pedro. "Still getting used to these levers." "Come on," said Susie. "Let's go on the seesaw." "Here comes Peppa and George," said Pedro. Peppa and George arrived on Thomas. "This is a big play castle," said Peppa. "I'll open the gate," shouted down Pedro. They went up the castle. George could only just see over the top. Down below, Danny, Emily and Rebecca were on the roundabout. Candy and Susie were on the treehouse. George then climbed up the beanstalk. "Be careful, George," shouted Peppa. "I bet you thought I was going to fall," said George, carefully getting off at the top. Rebecca was hiding and Emily had to find her. It was quite easy, really. Emily joined Susie and Candy at the top of the castle. "Come up here, George," shouted Danny. George was on the seesaw and had an idea. He asked Emily if she could jump onto the other side of the seesaw and he would be catapulted up to the treehouse. But George hadn't thought this through. He was only a little pig, and Emily, although only a young girl, was in fact a young elephant. She jumped, and George went flying high into the sky. Luckily, he landed in the pond. But the ducks weren't very happy about it. Peppa and Pedro went running over to George. "Ow, my ankle hurts," said George. Pedro went for help. The new hospital got a call about the accident. Daddy and Mummy Pig were on duty. "I'll go and get him," said Daddy Pig, and he got into the ambulance. "Now, what hurts, George?" "It's my ankle. I can't walk." Daddy Pig got the stretcher out and got George into the ambulance. "Just lay still, George," said Daddy, "and we'll get you to hospital." "I hope he's all right," said Peppa. They got George out of the ambulance and Nurse Mummy Pig examined him. "I think he's sprained his ankle," said Mummy Pig. "Can I have a bandage, Daddy Pig?" Here you are, said Daddy Pig, and he sat down at the computer, checking the football scores. You'll have to rest, George, said Mummy Pig. Will he be all right? Said Peppa. Yes, he will, but no more jumping in duck ponds for a while.
George and Spike, we need your help. Discord has trapped 4 ponies in Fashions. We need to rescue them. You two are small enough to sneak in and get them back. Don't worry, we're all here to help. Let's go! I've got your back. Now go back to the castle. Okay, 3 more to rescue. Keep going. You can do it! What? Okay. Let's go, George! Uh-oh. Go back, now! Uh-oh.
I've got this. I'll freeze her.
The Secret Life of Pets gang were a little bit lost. Where are we? Asked Max. Oh, no one knows, cried Duke. We're completely lost. Come on, said Max. I'm sure we can figure this out if we just concentrate. No distractions. Gidget saw a squirrel and was immediately distracted. Squirrel! She cried. And she chased it. No, Gidget, come back, cried Max. Ugh, dogs, sighed Snowball. Come on, let's go get her back. So they chased after Gidget. I don't think we can keep up, panted Snowball. The squirrel jumped over a fence, which Gidget couldn't, and there was no way round. And when she turned around, she realised that the others were gone. And what was worse, she was somehow stuck in a field with Frank. Uh-oh. Luckily, nearby, the Paw Patrol pups were on the lookout. There's a dog stuck in Frank's field, cried Ryder. Let's go and help her, the pups replied. So they went down the slide. And towards the field. How can we get her out? Asked Ryder. Rubble had an idea, and he showed the others. Ta-da! I'm Super Rubble! Okay, said Marshall. So, how are you going to help her? No, I haven't thought of that bit yet, he replied. It's a shame you can't really fly, said Chase. That gave Rubble a better idea. And he returned with his air rescuer. Great idea, said Ryder. So Rubble flew over to Gidget. Hop on, he said. But when she did, the rescuer couldn't fly with both of them on it. She got off. Don't worry, we'll think of something, said Rubble. And he flew back to the others. We need a new plan, said Rubble. Just then, the other Secret Life of Pets animals arrived. There's Gidget, cried Max. We're trying to help her out, said Chase, but we've run out of ideas. Well, I've got an idea, said Snowball, and he explained it to the others. Snowball whistled to Frank. And he dived out of the way. The fence was broken, so Gidget escaped. And Rubble quickly repaired the fence. So Frank was still inside, and everyone was safe. Thank you, everyone, said Gidget. Actually, we have another problem, said Max. We're a bit lost, and we need to get home. Oh, don't worry, said Chase. We can get you home. So he called Thomas. They hopped aboard and told Thomas where they lived, so he could take them home. Ow! Wait! Thank you. The trains were hard at work. But Percy wanted to be the most useful engine by delivering his paint as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, that meant he didn't look where he was going. Oh dear. Watch where you're going, Percy, cried Murdoch. Sorry, Murdoch, I just wanted to deliver this paint quickly, apologised Percy. Well, next time, look out for the signals, Murdoch replied. Thomas then arrived. Oh dear, he said. Don't worry, I'll get help. But then he wondered, who should he get, as the digging rigs were on holiday? He had an idea, and soon returned with Rocky. I'll get your trucks back on the track, he said. Murdoch reversed out of the way, so Thomas could push Rocky into place, and he got to work. He tidied up the mess really quickly. Sorry I couldn't save your spilt paint, said Rocky. Oh, don't worry about that was my fault. Thank you for doing that so quickly, said Percy. Yeah, you did that really well, said Thomas. No problem, replied Rocky, so everyone could get back to work. But later that day, a storm hit Sodor. Lightning knocked trees over, and wind blew trees down. And Sodor's largest tree got struck and fell. When the weather improved, Thomas and Percy went outside to investigate. Oh dear, a lot of trees have fallen over, said Percy. I know, we can get Rocky to help us, cried Thomas. Great idea! He did a very good job earlier, said Percy. So Thomas fetched Rocky. Let's get cracking, said Rocky. So he got to work. Nice one, said Percy. Rocky worked very quickly. They soon only had one tree left, but it was the big one. Are you sure you can lift this? Asked Thomas. Well, I do like a challenge, replied Rocky, so he tried to lift it up. But he really struggled until he pulled too hard. Oh dear. Who do you call when your rescuer needs rescuing? Thought Thomas. He had an idea and fetched the Paw Patrol pups. We'll get you back on the track, said Rubble, and he sorted Rocky out. Thanks, said Rocky. The tree got sorted out too. Thanks guys, said Rocky. Sorry, I can't remember your names. You are... Rubble, said Rubble. Rocky, said Rocky. No, not my name. What's your name? No, my name's Rocky too, replied Rocky. Ooh, that's a great name, isn't it? Cried Rocky. So the engines could get back to work again. And Percy re-delivered the paint, but this time he was much more careful. The Paw Patrol team were on the lookout. Uh-oh. Percy's had an accident, said Ryder. We need to help him. Let's go, said Chase. So they went outside and got in either Chase's car or Marshall's truck. And off they went. But when they got there... Oh, looks like we're not needed anymore, said Chase, as a couple of digging rigs trucks had already got Percy back on the track. There you go, Percy, said Buster. Thanks, guys, replied Percy. Oh, hello, pups. Thanks for coming, but everything's okay now, explained Buster. Yeah, we know. Well done, said Ryder. Looks like we just beat you here, said Chomper. Don't worry, someone's bound to crash again soon, joked Percy. Yeah, we'll be quicker next time, said Marshall. So they returned to the lookout tower. Uh-oh, it's the Joker. Thomas is in trouble, cried Ryder. So they jumped in the trucks again and rushed over. Oh no, not again, cried Tracker. Superman and Batman already had the situation under control. We'll take care of the Joker, said Superman. Thanks, guys, said Thomas. We really need to be quicker, said Chase. So they went back to the lookout tower again. Guys, we need to get to emergencies quicker, said Ryder. Our trucks just aren't quick enough at the moment, said Chase. And the air patrol is too big. We wouldn't be able to land it, added Rubble. Well, Thomas is quite quick. How about we make our own train, suggested Tracker. That's a great idea, cried Ryder. And I know a good spot in the jungle to try it out, he said. So they called some engineers. They discussed what they wanted. We'd like a train.
Ooh, train. Good.
It needs to be fast.
Ooh, fast. Fast.
And make it in the jungle.
Ooh, jungle.
So they got on with it. A few days later, it was ready.
Ta-da!
And it was incredible. Wow, said Rubble. There was an arch, a station, and a crossing. And the detail was amazing. Very impressive, said Ryder. But it's missing a train, noticed Marshall.
Huh? Oh yeah!
It had two wide trucks. They're big enough to carry our vehicles, said Chase. Let's try it out, cried Rubble. So the pups jumped aboard. It was going well. Maybe we need to move that tree, said Ryder. Marshall chuckled and agreed and jumped aboard again. Unfortunately, there was another problem. The arch was made on some rocks, and it wasn't very stable. And the vibrations from the train caused a rock slide.
Uh-oh.
The train was looping back round to the rocks. Ryder acted quickly. He found a button that cleared the track and pressed it just in time. The train stopped at the station. Phew, sighed Ryder. Thanks, Ryder, said Tracker. So the pups helped reinforce the arch so the train was perfectly safe to use.
need more supervillains.
But where are you going to get more?
I know.
Ultron.
I have made 4 clones of superheroes and villains who will join us. They are in these 4 Marvel 500 bags.
Not this time, Ultron.
Ah! Shoot him!
Go, Thomas.
No! Diesel 10, come out! Haha! Now clones, activate!
I'm going to be a superhero today, said Thomas. Watch this. This should be good, said Gordon. Thomas got onto the turntable. Wow! He's turned into Batman. My turn, said Percy. Yes, I'm Robin, said Percy. Yes, you are, said Thomas. But you're also very small. Percy, you've shrunk and you don't fit on the track. Thomas looked amazing as Batman. So much detail. I'm off now, said Thomas. Sorry you can't come, Percy. And off he went. He stopped. I know what I can do. And he went back to Percy. Hop in, Percy. We really are Batman and Robin now, said Percy. This is fun, said Thomas. They didn't see the real Batman and Robin tied up. Did you just see the penguin? Shall we catch him, said Thomas. I have a plan. Do you think this will work? Said Percy. Yes, this is the best way to catch penguins. Fish? Get ready, Percy, said Thomas. It worked. The penguin came up to the fish, and just as he was going to take some, Percy knocked him to the ground. Tie him up, said Thomas. This really is fun, said Percy. Did you just see the Riddler? Said Thomas to Percy. I've got another plan. With Percy hiding, Thomas was on the track by a large pile of paint pots. The Riddler was curious. What are these? I've got a riddle for you, said Thomas. What's red and yellow but used to be green? I'm supposed to ask the riddles, said the Riddler, but I don't know. Me! Shouted Percy, jumping out at the Riddler. Good one, Percy, said Thomas. Tie him up. Hee hee, said Percy. I used to be green, but now I'm red and yellow like Robin. They carried on. That was the Joker. Another plan, Percy. Come and get me, Joker, said Thomas. Batman, at last. You look a little different though. No, it's me, said Thomas. The Joker went to grab Thomas and Percy jumped on him from behind. They tied him up too and carried on their journey. They stopped. That's the real Batman and Robin, said Thomas. They're tied up. Go and rescue them, Percy. Oh, thank you. said Batman and Robin. Now we can go and catch the villains. Oh, it's all right. We've done it already, said Percy. You should join us, said Batman. Wake up, Thomas! Wake up, Thomas! It had all been a dream. Thank you for watching our story. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and then click on any of these images to watch more. See you soon!